Okay guys, I thought we can do an update on this Do Your Words by Rosie Danan book. I'm 52 pages in and I enjoyed it. It got interesting straight away, but the first 52 pages is you basically getting everything that it says in synopsis, but it's more detailed version. And I can say, even though it's only 52 pages, but there's a lot of things happening. 2 days in and the characters going from lovers to enemies, but I'm sure they're gonna go back to lovers. But even though they met first time, but yeah, first day lovers, second day is enemies, and I'm really curious how all the interaction will go forward. So I really do enjoy this book and I really want to read some more, hoping to finish by upcoming Friday because I'm leaving to Lithuania. In that time I'm planning to read this book and also finish So Never a Hero by Vanessa Lynn. This is the second book in the series, Never a Hero, and I'm currently on chapter 27 and I have 4 hours and 30 minutes left. And Never a Hero, I wouldn't say that I enjoy more than the first one, but it's still interesting, but I'm not very invested in the story so far, but only because I think it's an Audible book. Maybe in the future I will try to read the physical copies and then I will like it a little bit more. Okay, I have other stuff to do, so I have to stop reading, but I will pick this up later in the evening and I will read it, and I think I'll be able to listen this book today now. Okay guys, let's do an update on the books that I was reading. So one of them already finished. The second book that I was reading, I think I left maybe like 80-90 pages left. I'm sure I'm gonna be able to finish tonight, but before I finish it, I wanna do an update. It was Do Your Worst by Rosie Danan. And this book, it definitely took a turn that I was not expecting. So basically now, the main characters, Riley and Clark, preparing to do sex ritual to break a curse. I think this book was more focused on interaction between main characters. There was not too many like interesting discoveries. There were a few like artifacts that they found, but it was very easy found. There were not many mysteries behind it, and everything that they are recover or find out is very easy to guess. And there wasn't a lot of like history about Arden Castle, and I don't know. I thought I wanted more details, more things involved with that Arden Castle and stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely don't know how it's gonna finish. Like I said, they are preparing for that sex ritual. I still have 90 pages left. As far as I know, sometimes a lot of things can happen in just 30 pages. So I'm hoping that it will change something for me, because at this moment, this book for me is like 3 stars. So yeah, and now let's talk about Never a Hero by Vanessa Len. I listened this on audiobook, and I finished it, and I decided not to read this book because I want to reread. And I'm planning to reread maybe next year when the third book will come up, because by the ending, the third book will definitely happen. I don't know when, so I'm thinking that I'm gonna reread this when the new book will come up, and I'm gonna read it as a physical book, because I feel like I missed a lot of things. I also made a gap between the listening book, and when I started to listen it now again, I feel like I was missing certain facts. I wasn't really remembering the characters really well, and I just had a lot of gaps that caused me confusion, and decided not to read this book because I think it would be not fair. Only because I was listening on Audible and I was doing a lot of other things in the background, so maybe certain points I was quite distracted and I wasn't even paying attention what was really going on in that book. And also, the only thing that I would say that it's really annoying about this book, I was getting quite frustrated about it. There were so many moments when the main character had these like confrontations or arguments, I would say, or like difficult conversation that she had, and then somebody's selling something to her and she's like, oh, I want to say this and this, I want to explain this and this, but I end up not saying this. And it wasn't just one occasion, there was quite a few occasions when the same thing happened. Oh, I should have said this and this, but I didn't. I wanted to say this and this, but I didn't. I should have said something, but again, I didn't. So that part was really frustrating because it just kept repeating itself. And that's the update on the books. So I'm gonna go and edit this video now, and I'm gonna finish this book later this evening, and I hope that will be it. So I'll catch up with you a little bit later.